have a bank account now these days. I'm married now, so there's like more responsibilities and stuff. So like, I'm over 30 now, but I still recommend trying to use your bank account less. Um, but yeah, I've gotten pretty into NFTs because they're pretty related to blockchain gaming. Um, NFTs are, I'll show you shortly a process of making one, but in summary, they're registering assets on the blockchain, ownership of things. And these tokens are, we call them fungible. That means that every one is different. So like are dollars are fungible because every dollar is the same. Non-fungible tokens have unique properties like crypto kitties. Each of them can have different pictures, different stats, different uses and things. Personally, there's a lot of different types of people getting into NFTs. In the blockchain gaming space, we've long been focusing on using them for their utility. Where an NFT, you're owning a virtual thing. And if you have a game, that can be like your sword or maybe a house you own in the game, like land. Um, but lately, we also see artists using it for very more simple applications, like registering ownership of paintings and digital artworks. Some of those, that like I heard you're going to do a poll on NFTs and where it's going. I think right now, probably our biggest issue with NFTs is that for artwork-based ones, like when you buy an NFT of an artwork, it's still reliant on a central server to a degree in a lot of cases. Um, what I mean is that you cannot put an image file on the blockchain effectively. The transaction fee cost is too high to do this. So really what you do is on the blockchain, you're putting, for something like a painting or a picture, what you're putting there is its name, and obviously it says who owns it. And it has some basic stats, metadata, like some very, just like any pictures have metadata. Any picture in your phone has data about it, like date it was created and stuff like that. But the image itself is linked to and stored elsewhere. For the NFTs I've been consulting on, I've been having them put it on peer-to-peer networks. But if you're entirely reliant on some server host, that would mean if that server goes down or that host goes down, the file could be lost. So, we've seen cases like this in the news recently. Like there was one where a dude literally pulled the rug on his NFT artist buyers, quite literally, in that he had his NFTs set up such that he could change the artwork later in retrospect. And he proved himself willing to do so. Basically, if you had purchased one of his NFTs, one day you woke up and instead of seeing your artwork, you saw a picture of a rug. He called it a literal rug pull. And that's a thing that could happen. Other things are usually technical errors is the most common issue. Lack of adherence to common standards. But to me, I think these problems will be solved, especially you see things like Filecoin getting popular. If you heard of Filecoin, the idea of decentralized storage of files and data. So going forward, I see these issues starting to be resolved. But yeah, I'll show you some. I've been helping an artist make his NFTs. This guy is an artist in Toronto. Let's see if I can share my screen. Made a couple slides just to get the images together. Here we are. Oh, no, he disabled screen sharing. I don't know if you can enable it, or I could show you some images real quick. But I've been making a couple NFTs myself. I wanted to show you. Maybe I could link to them in the chat or something.
You should be able to share now. I just made you a co-host.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's see. All right, so I've been helping this dude in Toronto. He's an artist who a lot of galleries are afraid to host his work because he's a Hong Kong Canadian guy. So in a lot of places, they're like, they don't want to touch that. Or if they did, the person hosting his artwork will quickly receive threats of some kind. But you can't threaten the blockchain or a peer-to-peer network. So I agreed to host his artwork in this fashion. We can see the start. So here you can see the process of turning an artwork into an NFT. Step one. And I don't know if oh, I see. Okay. Step one. So this is Joshua Wong. He's a common popular figure in the Hong Kong communities movement. And this was his original painting, which someone owns. This guy's a painter. But the painting was scanned, and here you can see the scanned copy. But we needed to do some things because, we don't want to just scan it and put it on the blockchain. Someone already bought the existing painting, and that would make mixed up, confusing questions of who owns what. So we started modifying it. Here he is with some color adjustments. I told the artist to make him look cyberpunk, and this is what he came up with. And then we went further, and I went on Ken Bozak's podcast. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a super cool guy, but he came up with the idea of Bitcoin laser eyes. Yeah, pretty cool, right? So it's like, from the Bitcoin laser eyes meme. Obviously, it's from the meme. We did the same with this one. This one's already sold. Let's see if I can get to. I'll show you here. Oh, can't. Okay, there we go. This is called OpenSea. If I get it up right, can you see that? Well, correct me if you can't see it, but I'm on OpenSea now.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good. I'm on OpenSea now, and
brief us a bit for those of us who are not familiar. So tell us what is OpenSea.
Right. So for Ethereum, OpenSea is the most popular marketplace for trading NFTs. I think it's up there. It has been at times, maybe still is. And it allows you to buy and sell NFTs for a fixed price or in auction format. And it all occurs by a smart contract. If you wanted to, you could do this directly on chain through a node if you had a full Ethereum node. But here you can do it through their website. And they have the gas fees make it rough. So it's a little more centralized lately than it used to be in an effort to cut down on gas fees. So some of these tokens aren't actually minted until sold. So we can see here's Joshua Wong was sold. These two both sold for 750 US dollar coins. Oh, this one was cool. This painting, he made this one especially for the NFT. So the previous one, the Joshua Wong one, was an existing painting we scanned. This was made especially. So he painted this and then scanned it and then painted over it several times with numerous different artworks and practice artworks until it was totally covered. And then he painted something else over it finally, and I think sold it and someone has it. So somewhere out there actually is a physical version of this underneath layers and layers of paint that appears to be another. If you had an X-ray scanner or something, you could figure that out theoretically. But here it is in NFT form. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So someone got this one for 750 USDC. Someone offered him 1 Ether for it later. It's pretty big, so he could have almost tripled his money.
Yeah,
but
that's 2K right now.
He said no. though. I don't know. The buyer feels emotionally attached to this piece and has refused that offer. So yeah, but it's still cool, right? You can see OpenSea allows anyone to do this. No one can stop you. And for an artist, I mean, there is some review processes, actually, some community guidance. You're not going to find child porn and stuff on there, but it's not as, I mean, no one's taken our thing down. And I mean, the issue is OpenSea's on the blockchain, and you can make them stop building it, but you can't easily make them destroy it, if that makes sense. So threatening them is less effective. Like if this was in a physical art gallery, I could be like, hey, take that down or else I know where you live. I'll burn this place to the ground. So you got to think about, it's things like that. Censorship in general is an issue all over the world for all varieties of reasons. Activism is one. Here's another one we made. Started with an original painting. It's Agnes Chow, another activist, and scanned it, turned it into an image file, and then we made this. So we got this dude, found him in Ken Bozak's Telegram community. Again, great bunch. And he made a GIF. There's debate about how to pronounce that. GIF, GIF. I don't want to get into that today, but here's what it looks like. Hopefully it's playing.
Whoa.
It rains now.
Wow.
I don't get the artistic metaphor. This is an artistic collaboration between the Ken Bozak and Hong Kong communities, which is just something no one could ever have imagined would happen. An artistic, I mean, think about that now that I'm saying it out loud. Is silly, but awesome that it's happening. And this one's going to go on Wax, which is another blockchain fit for NFTs, kind of a newer one. There are reverse questions like, we've had to start thinking far into this. Like in the future, we might want to destroy a painting live on Ken Bozak, like proof of destruction. Like maybe set the painting on fire during Ken Bozak's podcasts after we scan it. That would be cool for next time. For another issue is, what if it was made digital first? Like that one I told you we destroyed. Some people say, well, I want to buy posters of it. But someone already owns the digital NFT. So we've decided to confer some practical limited ownership rights. So if you buy our NFT, we're not going to sell posters of that image without your permission. So in this case, permission was granted because all the money goes to charity. So he doesn't really, and he cares about the cause. He likes their Hong Kong freedom movement. So but he had a condition. And his condition is great because it gets us into questions of how to link a physical artwork with a digital NFT structure. This is our first attempt. This is what appears in the bottom left corner of the poster. It's a contract and token ID on Ethereum. So every poster has this, and you can take this and see on Ethereum who owns it. And you'll see that's the current owner. And so that kind of like says that, yeah, you got what you have is a printout of an NFT. It links the two. At least you can't have, not without, I guess you could cut it off, the physical poster, but you lose some background art in the process, and it's not square anymore. I mean, I don't think people will do that. And going forward, there are more interesting things you could do, maybe like put an NFC chip inside a painting, that links or broadcasts the token ID or some such. because as long as the blockchain says who the owner is, if the physical artwork says where on the blockchain it is, if it references the contract and the token, then you're kind of set, golden. You have some means of, if not enforcement, at least showing that the two are linked as one thing. Now, NFTs and games. I'm going to show you some cool stuff now. Because I own all the NFTs I own really are used in video games. I'm targeting ones with token utility, as I've said. And, artwork ones are fine. And, especially in the case of the ones I did, our artwork goes to charity. So even if the NFTs don't go to the moon, your money went to charity anyway. But it seems like a lot of people are having success buying and selling NFTs still, like you saw. So this dude got an offer on the NFT he bought from us. But I'm not going to make any predictions about how long that could or will last. I'm not in that. I mean, I'll show you some charts today if I have time, but or maybe the next guy will, or we both can. I don't know. But I'll show you some NFTs first because I have a couple. These are the ones. Let's see which one's more interesting. So I have some on Hive. Hive is a blockchain forked from Steam. The community got mad at Justin Sun when he purchased it and forked and made Hive. Steam still has a larger market cap, but all the games, because all the community went to the fork, all the games and apps and users went to the fork. That includes this one, a blockchain game made by a friend of mine. It's a cannabis farming game. And again, you're seeing reasons of using blockchain. Maybe some countries wouldn't want you to play this game. But hey, with the blockchain, we're taking more power into your hands. And so I've been playing this one, cannabis farming game. And this is all we have an investment fund, blockchain gaming. It's not mostly holding NFTs, but because of liquidity issues, right? They're harder to sell and buy on demand. But we get some when it looks nice. Like here, we bought out a bunch of land. So we own rather, 45% of Jamaica in this game. And that gives us enough power to be a land baron, really. I'll just start renting land out and be like, hey, I see you want to farm, but you don't have land. You can use mine, first month free, but then, there's going to be rent. And whatever, as long as if I make it affordable for him, whatever. It can be doable, and I could sell the land or farm on land ourselves for our own funds use. But yeah, in general, that's a huge thing. Land and games, Axie Infinity, Decentraland. There's all kinds of stuff happening in Decentraland. I don't even know if I even have time to show you all the stuff being built in some of these games, to be honest. I'm focusing on there's some recent ones I've been doing. But yeah, this one's on Hive. You can see Hive's got a thing, it works in your browser, similar to MetaMask. So it's got a little browser extension. So I also got a Gala node. Some people might find that interesting. Let's see. Yeah, here we are. This is Gala node. And
would you basically like to tell people about Gala, Gala token, or maybe the company behind Gala?
Yeah, so Gala is launching a blockchain gaming network, and it's backed by a guy who was a co-founder and launcher person of Farmville. And early on, it was trading at it had a market cap under $1 million. So I just bought a bunch. That was the start of when our fund really took off, man, because it's got a market cap over $100 million now. I'll show you charts in a bit, 5x after showing you this NFT. This is another type of NFT for Gala. And basically, I guess I have to explain Gala a little to explain this NFT. They're launching their own blockchain and system on which you can play blockchain games. And that will require consensus generation, just like all chains have, proof of work, proof of stake, whatever. And that'll have nodes. And in one sense, I guess it's kind of like proof of authority. There's a system wherein you have to possess a node that's tokenized in order to be processing certain transactions or getting certain rewards. And they're using it as a fundraising mechanism, selling these nodes ahead of time. And I do have long-term questions about that. When you rely on that, I mean, I'll get into charts later, but if this plan works out in the long term, there will never be more than 50,000 nodes. So we got one with our winnings of buying Gala early on. And just been holding all the Gala it earns, minting new Gala tokens, and some stats. You can see there's a referral system and stuff. It's but here you can see rewards. Ooh, yeah. If you're having trouble seeing anything, but here you can see all the mining distribution rewards I've been getting from this node. Some of them are items. Like in some games, when items are newly generated, they go first through node holders. So I wound up having items. We can tell you tap to collect. I haven't bothered collecting yet because I'll have to pay a gas fee. I figure it'll be cheaper to do it all at once Ethereum 2 comes out. So I still got all of them saved up. I've made, what have we got? About 43,000 Gala. We paid about 22, paid around 223,000 Gala. Low Gala was cheaper back then. I think it'll pay for itself eventually. And if not, we made enough profit from Gala that's fine. But look at the cool items it's made. So we also have items it's minted. So we got these items, and these are on OpenSea. I could go, if I wanted to pay an Ether fee right now, I could go sell them on OpenSea. I don't know if it's worth the ETH fee right now to do so. So I'm just letting my items build up. I also got this gold membership. Makes my account look shiny, opens up a secret Discord chat. Ed, can you guys see what I just opened? The node itself?
Yeah, we can see the node.
13,631. You see that? This is showing, this is what I actually have to have open on my computer for this to work. So this is running. It has to stay running. And if it's not running enough time of the day, and if it's not running at an exact time, I think it's 6 to 7 p.m., it has to be on at least 6 hours a day and during one specific hour of the day in order to get rewards. But currently, it's not actually doing anything. It's not processing transactions. It's not proving work. So I don't know why it tells us how much hashing power we have combined, but it does. How much do we have? 10 megabytes, so it's gigabytes, terabytes. Yeah, it's not bad, but again, it's not in use. That's a lot of power that's not going to anything. Apparently, eventually, this will be used. They're going to have a try system. There will be proof of work and proof of stake for their consensus generation. For me, it seems highly ambitious, and I have questions about how they'll get it off the ground. But I still think there's a chance it could work, especially given their backing. So we have one of the nodes, and it's interesting. Ooh, if you're a student group, they're currently giving away nudes. Nudes, oh my gosh, I need to eat. My wife's making dinner. Giving away nodes to student groups. So if you're a student club or a yeah, at any like SFU, UBC, then you can claim that's on a lease, I think. So you have to meet certain conditions. But look, it's making money. You saw mine is. And currently, if you wanted to buy one, it's like $9,000 American. So I think if you're a student club, you should do it personally. Why not, right? Um,
So we do have a question from someone who's asking about so for this type of mining, is this based on like your computing power in your PC and
Not yet.
not
As stated, it currently is arbitrary, doing nothing.
okay.
They're
So
supposed
basically this
to.
is more like proof of stake based mining where
It's not even that
no
because I'm
not
not staking the coins.
not staking. So
There is no staking. There is no work proving. There's no. It's currently arbitrary. It's currently just
they just
things on a
it's
screen.
based on like whether you have a node or not and whether this node is on during that hour day.
Correct. And this is a. They have a roadmap for changing this system and bringing online proof of work and proof of stake, etc.
So in theory, if you have like a potato computer, like for those of you who are not gamers, a potato computer means a very slow computer. You can set it up as a node and pay like the $9,000 for the Gala token, then you can start getting like small like dividends and like like
Yeah, basically. But and I guess that's one way of looking at it. So this system, if you own a node in, I guess in the future, and I guess still right now, ownership of these, what they're called are founder nodes, gives you with a potato, so to speak, way of being a node participant. But there's still a cost. So I mean, right? If you have a potato, because the node costs $9,000. Why do you have a potato laptop if you can pay $9,000 for a node? Unless you're a student group.
yeah.
Go out there, get that free node, guys. That's my recommendation.
Do you want to
Um,
show some pictures, or some screenshots from the games that Gala is running, so people can get a good sense of like what are these in-game items for?
I think you should just go to their website because they have all sweet images and videos, and their marketing team is pretty all out. There's this dude Bitbender who, like, before Bitbender, I was like, what is this Farmville guy doing? He's just spamming referral links in my chat room over and over, banned. Like, it was annoying. Then he hired this Bitbender marketing guy, and everything changed. And yeah, it's been going much better since then. So they have trailers and stuff you can see. I just didn't have time to prepare them in my
Yeah.
slideshow. If we have time, you might want to see some charts and such anyway, briefly.
Yeah.
Like, let's see, what was I left off? So let's bring up thoughts, man. Highlights of the blockchain gaming market. Um, we have so I have an investment fund, but you can't join it yet because regulators. So yell at your local regulator because it's their fault. But eventually we're going to get registered in Singapore. And then if you're an accredited investor and stuff, you can get in our fund. For now, it's just an educational thing. I'm showing you charts and stuff. It's a good way to see how well the blockchain gaming market's doing. Our fund is up a lot, 25 times from October 1st to March 25. I have to do another value calculation very soon, probably today or tomorrow. We can see if it's changed much, but yeah, times 25. And like, honestly, I haven't been taking huge risks in my opinion. Other people consider me a pessimist. I diversify heavily. So this,
You
so
got off from Bitcoin really early.
yeah, but I still, these days, I cash out to Tether. I'm afraid of a crash. And more importantly, I don't want to think about which way the price of Bitcoin is going. My job is to make predictions about blockchain gaming tokens, not about which way Bitcoin is going. So don't ask me. I do have opinions on that, but that's not my professional experience at this time. So I keep in Tether a lot of the time, but what I do is I have a basket of blockchain gaming tokens that I think are winners. So it's not like it's not like and complete representation of the market itself where I've evenly picked from every token available. I focus on ones I think will do better, but it is a basket. And in this way, you can kind of see the performance of blockchain gaming. And boy, did it improve during the NFT craze, man. Like, wow. NFT mania has been kind to blockchain gaming. And I think will continue to be for at least a couple months. Right now, we're still in wax. If all goes well with the NFTs we're making with those Hong Kong guys, we might even put a game or something on wax. Because, other people have done it. Why not? There's existing card games and stuff. And and you can see wax at this stage. Maybe I should start getting into charts if you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let's see here. Coin market cap, everyone's favorite. What are some favorites? What should I talk about? Gala. I guess we were talking about Gala. Let's go check out Gala. Yeah, let's check out Gala first. Oh man, I hope people aren't going to get mad at me for having to make like bluntly honest assessments live, but I have to. I won't be too mean, but I won't lie to you. Gala's been doing great. We got into Gala way back here. Can you see this? Pretty great. And yeah, I sold all around here. And around here, I started to fear I lost the paint chart. And I had a paint, I do it in paint actually, my charting. And I noted a series of trend lines that kept breaking, almost like a wheel and spokes, going down a radial axis, kept breaking one after another. And the last one broke around here. And it just scared me that it was a continual pattern. I don't think it's going to go lower than here, in my opinion. That's, but, if you were to draw a channel like with these as your support lines, you'd see that you see here at one of the support channels turned into a resistance top. I should have saved the chart, I guess, but it's for my investors, not you guys, to be frank. But I will show you some other charts. Let's see. Engine is crazy, and the NFT fad has been nice to engine investors. Well, look at that. Just wow. I mean, I sold like here, like in the here range. Like, what was I thinking? I was thinking logically, and the market was not, in my opinion. But, yeah, I wonder what's going to happen next because they're launching EFI. I don't know if you've heard. So they are launching a new token. So we're getting into that. I think that looks cool. EFI. So they're launching a side chain for NFTs. And they're going to have, I guess, a dual token model of sorts. The new token is the governance and utility token for Engine. Probably, I think their ICO will sell out super fast. That's my guess, because I've seen the numbers, and what the amount they're asking to raise is much smaller than the market cap of Engine or any of its competitors. And the problems, usually a drop occurs if you raise more money than is a reasonable market cap. If you raise way less money than is a reasonable market, then the market will want more than is out there. It has to go up if your fundraiser is too small, which is, in my opinion, what is occurring with EFI, their new token. So it's going to be on Ethereum. What you're going to find is I bet a bunch of you are going to get your transactions stuck. You're going to race to, like, you're going to pay, or if you're smart, you'll pay a super high gas fee to beat everyone to the front of the line, because a lot of people aren't going to get their EFI, is my prediction. And we've seen that before. That happens with tokens all the time. That happened with Decentraland years ago, for example. And people were mad about it, but like, now be with crowd sales on Ethereum, it can go like that. You got to consider the gas fees. So yeah, I don't know when. ICO probably soonish, probably April. I don't know. Can't make predictions. We'll find out. But the token's been pre-sold, so it's gonna come out. And yeah. This, I was getting skeptical of Engine's movement given all of those facts, but now it's looking kind of nice currently, possibly. Maybe because of recent announcement of Coinbase Pro listing. Coinbase Pro listing. That's a pretty major news. And I think that's what saved it. You could see it was kind of, people were mad on Twitter about EFI, like the peanut gallery. There's always a peanut gallery in crypto trading. But then they heard about Coinbase Pro, so they stopped complaining and the price gone back up again. That's how it goes with trading. It's very psychological like that sometimes. Where's some other favorites? Zaya. Let's check out Kai tokens. Actually, wait, first let's check out Wax. Wax is cool. Shout out to Ken Bozak for making me get Wax. And then, yeah, I mean, there's some suggestions from the past, so this is Wax in the beginning, Wax's demise, Wax picking back up again lately in the current NFT craze. And, it seems, especially it started like this, it seems pumpy. And you can see that the fully diluted market cap is higher than the market cap. But it's nowhere near as bad as Flow. You look at Flow, the crypto kitties, the blockchain they're doing, look at a comparison. Always check market caps. That's what I do. It's like checking a company's evaluation and targeting, fundamental value. Should a company be worth that much? Same thing with the blockchain. We can make comparisons between competitors. What's Flow at? $34. Jeez, Flow's at market cap over $1 billion. So Wax is at 300 million. I mean, Flow has NBA Top Shot. That's true. That's huge. But look at their fully diluted, 46 billion. Their fully diluted is 46 times their market cap. For those unaware, that means there are $45 billion worth of Flow tokens hiding somewhere, not dumped on the market.
And you also see the circulating supply on the right-hand side. There's only 3% of Flow is out there. That means somebody is holding on to 97%.
Flow has Ken Bozak. Shout out to Ken. He's just a funny guy. Watch his podcast. But it also has like some other celebrities, man. They're not joking around. Like, I don't know my celebrities, so I can't even remember them off the top of my head. But just Google Wax. You'll find some celebrities doing Wax. I do remember the Cabbage Patch dolls are on Wax now. Like, what? Really? That's pretty funny. And some blockchain games. And artists increasingly so, including our Hong Kong artist liked it because it gives royalty back in an ongoing fashion if someone resells your artwork. So they're gaining the loyalty of artists and the community through their tactics. And even they have some celebrities, maybe not as big as the NBA. Got to be fair, man. NBA is huge, but I don't know. So I'm not saying it's going to get back up to here, but come on, it should at least get back up to like 6 cents. And I'm pretty pessimistic. Like I told you, I sold my engine too soon. But anyway, that's enough about NFTs. Blockchain gaming is not all about NFTs, man. There's people doing all kinds of cool stuff. So let's go straight to the chart. Dang it. So this is a token for a new blockchain designed for fully decentralized games. It's the Zaya blockchain, token Kai. And I like it because, like I explained to you before, a lot of NFTs still rely on central servers. And Zaya allows games, it allows even massive multiplayer online games with no central server. They can put entire game worlds on the blockchain, the entire map. When you play a game, so the first one, these guys are the founders of Hunter Coin, basically. Now, when you play Hunter Coin, uh, instead of issuing a transaction that says -2 to my Bitcoin balance, +2 to Ed's Bitcoin balance, I'll issue a transaction in Hunter Coin that says stuff like +3 to my character's Y coordinate, -1 to my X coordinate, attack Ed with the sword. And in a turn-based fashion, each turn lasting the length of a block time, all of that will happen. It's a turn-based MMO game. But if you made the blocks fast enough, you could do all kinds of things if you had a scalability solution, because obviously this bloats the blockchain, makes it real big. So they're working on all kinds of really advanced solutions, in my opinion, that others just don't seem to understand. And it's real ahead of their time. I've been talking about Hunter Coin for years, and a lot of the blockchain gaming community, they could see right away that NFTs were going to be viral and that they're cheap to make from a development perspective. The industry has no incentive to kill the NFT fad. I've seen them arguing, in fact, like some developers are like, well, why would you want to fully decentralize gaming and take away power from us developers? And I mean, I guess there's points to that, and there's maybe not all games need to be fully decentralized, but I think some need to. That's not a thing that can't just not exist. That's obviously a use case that people will have, and it's cool. And not having a server has you ever played World of Warcraft and your server went down? There's no server to go down. That can't happen. And they can't ban you for selling account items. That's what Blizzard used to do. I used to do that. I played the auction house in World of Warcraft. I'd like buy and sell whatever. People get mad because I'd raise the price of leather and the Madoran server, and you can't craft armor now. But hey, like this is the gaming world. Those are the rules. I don't know. So Blizzard would ban you though if you tried to move it to the real game world. Move it to the real world, I mean, because of tax reasons, that they didn't want the IRS looking at them. So, but lately, so I'll say they've suffered from some lack of support, but I don't think you can, like now they're going on Uniswap. That's how this spike's happened. They going on Uniswap, so everyone knows it. So it's just spiked from 8 cents to 32 cents. Wow. Jeez. I mean, I always thought it was going to go on Uniswap. I gave them I told them, if you don't have it on Uniswap in 6 months, I'm going to do it myself. But they did it before I could, and everyone is happy. And I don't think CoinMarket yet reflects that they're on Uniswap, but they are, and volume has gone up. And we'll be on more exchanges soon, so they'll see more institutional support, I feel. Especially as we see scalability issues grow and centralization issues grow with other chains. So yeah, that's one I'd take a look at. The problem with this one is if you have too much money, you can't buy this without moving the market. But hey, if you're a little guy with like 20 bucks, I recommend getting into this because you can. If you're like a rich institutional investor, Like you could see the volume still at where we're at. I mean, some days the volume's going up nicely. And $73,000 is still not suitable for Wall Street, right? Hopefully, we keep improving exchange support, but I'm optimistic. So yeah, I'm running out of coins to talk about off the top of my head. I'm gonna text. I see there's probably a chat. I wonder if there's questions and stuff. Yes, I was mad. Your blood elf mage. Yeah, someone else got banned too. Yeah, I mean, you got to think like, are those items really yours? They can just ban you. Um, it they call it. There's a term called true ownership. I put a wiki on our website, wiki.blockchaingaming.com. That's one of the vocab terms, true ownership. And it's basically the idea is, making your virtual property more truly yours. Your game items should belong to you immutably so, in a way that cannot be taken from you by even the developers themselves. The way I put it at a conference in France, conference put together by Ubisoft, and I don't know why they didn't invite me back, but what I said was, even if I came to their office and set it on fire, your items would be safe. I got laughs from the audience, but I guess Ubisoft's a serious company. But the point remains, that is correct. If a meteor struck the office of some of these companies, uh, this would keep going, and that's very interesting to me. Art students afford to make art NFTs. Oh, well, yes and no. Yes, it's very easy to put it on connections with Ubisoft, huh? I mean, we could talk about that later. But in terms of how easy it is for students, um, with Ethereum, it's easier, but more expensive. Gas fees are higher. With OpenSea, you don't have to pay them immediately until a sale has occurred, but it's going to be a hefty gas fee. Like we're talking dozens of dollars. At the rate Ethereum prices are going up, we could be talking $100 in gas fees. I think I've paid hundreds of dollars in gas fees already. And but it's technically easier for you to put your art NFT on Ethereum. Wax is a little harder to do tech-wise, but the fees are much lower, and it has that ongoing reward thing built into it. So if you're an artist slash web host, then art students can easily afford to make NFTs without any help. ETH2, yeah, when ETH2 comes out, I expect Ethereum fees to drop, and thus the affordability of creating them to artists to drop. So far, there's a thing where you set up a collection, uh, and it costs a fee to mint a collection, and then you can mint a bunch of NFTs within that collection. And so I started one collection, and I already paid the fee for that. So when this Hong Kong artist guy or any of his friends, other artists in their community, want to make art, I've already paid the fee for my collection, so they can put it on my collection and save money that way. So if you have a bunch of artist friends, what I'm saying is you can all pool together and get a collection and increase visibility, and that thereby also band together on the initial gas fee you pay for registering your NFT collection. Split it, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for ETH2. I just, when they say next year, I don't know, Ethereum 2 will come out and it will make fees go down, but I have no good predictions about when that's going to happen. I mean, it's always, that's software development in general. Um, yeah, I guess I'm running out of stuff to show off. Are there any other questions? You can put them in the chat.